Yo, yo, yo. What's the dang deal? Coleman Cowboy back at it again, man. If you're feeling like me, you got to feel good, baby. Week 5, we going into this thing 4-1. And we ready, man. Uh, Great game on my end. I feel like our defense, yet again, like I said, took over the game. We dominated. We completely dominated the Rams offense, in my opinion, period. The game, in my opinion, was also still a defensive game. But our offense was able to kind of make some things happen. We'll get to talking for my Cooper Rush lovers or whatnot, man. Got some stuff for y'all too. We'll be on y'all until the fans just made, man. But let's get on into it. Let's get on into it. Look, man, we exited that game out really, really smoothly with a final score of Dallas 22-10. Uh, Michael Parsons had a little injury going through, but he did come through, kept playing, and locked on another sack for us too. We had a couple of block special team. We had a punt and a field goal block. Hell of a game. Hell of a game. At the end of the day, our defense completely won the game. Just to give you an idea, man, our defense was the first to put points on the board, man. First drive, we did that. So if you can't watch much, man, go look at that first drive. It's detrimental to showing you just how much pressure and how quick we brought that pressure to Stanford, man, because we destroyed Stanford. We dominated completely, full throttle. Then also, man, what you think Dallas could have did better in this game, man? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. That question and answer should have a lot to do with offense. But I would like to hear, what y'all think, because defense did their thing. They balled out. We got Peter still out. There are other injuries, guys, but these are just some of the ones that's kind of guaranteed right now. We know what these injuries are looking like. There are other injuries that we will be keeping an eye out for the week. Michael Parsons, I'm hoping that he's gonna be okay, but he got a growing situation going on, and that's with that he could be able to come back. Kind of just depends on what he does this week, how he does his therapy with it, how he comes back. We don't want to rush nobody or nothing like that, but I'm pretty sure Michael Parsons just might be okay. I don't think he'll probably do too much full practicing for the first two like practice days. It'll probably be something that slows down. He kind of works his way back into practice to a full practice, and they probably will label him questionable. But it should be good to go. I do not think we'll see Peters, man. Like I said, Peters' situation is a chest injury, and that's something that's kind of big. It's a big deal, especially thinking about his age. If you think about how old Peters is, it's kind of the big one. Bohanna, man, shoulder out right now, questionable in the same sense, man. I feel like Bohanna could be one of our guys returning this week. Dalton Schultz, obviously questionable. He had took his leg again during the game, but he was able to make a return. But stats wise, nothing. I think he had one target, 0 yards, zero catches. So just not very present right now, And I'm kind of just like, if you're not full, go ahead and just get them out. But we got backups for tight end that can do well, but for Schultz, it is a make or break year for him, man. So I mean, I'm sure it's frustrating for everybody. All right, man. Real quick, we're gonna go ahead and get on you, Cooper Rush. Fans. Like I said, I love Coop, man. That's my guy. It's my backup quarterback, but that's just what he is, my backup quarterback. Doing great things, man. This is coming from Larry Brown Sports, man. This is where I got the quote from. But after that game, man, Jerry made it very clear, no hesitation. Dak is the number one QB. Dak is our guy. But isn't it great that somebody came in and played well enough so that we can ask that question? That's my point. And that's my point too, Jerry. I'm trying to tell him, dude. But so all good things for Coop, man. Respect. Great job, brother. But stat wise and whatnot, man. Yo, Coop, you didn't have a beautiful game, bro. I'm just gonna be honest. The offense didn't have just such a great game. Definitely not Coop, man. This stat line right here is wrong. For the season, he does have 4 touchdowns. Um, but for this game, stats against the Rams, I did double check that. That is completely true. We're only averaging about 20 points per game. I believe at that, I want to say we was around 27, 35. And you got to keep in mind, man, we had a quarterback, and I know he's our backup, but y'all speaking so highly of him, man. Rush wasn't able to do much. You know, he threw for, and he didn't even throw for 102 yards. Let me clarify that. He didn't throw for 102 yards. I believe he threw for like 78 yards. He had a rush that he did, and that, so that's his yards, man. Hence with like a little 20, 15-yard rush, whatnot. I don't find this as good, and I find this to be something that if you're thinking going into the Eagles game this week using Cooper Rush, if y'all feel comfortable about that, I got you, man. I mean, I hear you, but we shouldn't be comfortable going to face the Eagles with Cooper Rush, man. And if you want to get rid of Dak, that's a different argument. But that's my guy. And I don't want Dak to go nowhere. And just like Jerry said, man, that's our number one. That's the number one. So right now, this is how the standings is looking for y'all to see, man. We looking okay, but weirdly, this year, man. So you got Philadelphia, obviously 5-0. And I got a lot of people saying they barely winning games. You feel me? Nevertheless, 5-0. You got us 4-1, but you also got New York Giants somehow 4-1. So, you got it kind of for the first time, Washington's still on whatever they on. But for the first time in a long time, man, you got to look at the NFC East and you got to go, yo, and boys got a little, they got something going. They really got something going. And the National Football Conference, the whole NFC East, the whole NFC, and if you look at it overall, East, North, South, West, bro, it's us sitting up there, man, taking it over. You look at the top five. The top five got 3 teams that's directly from the NFC East. So, man, we're looking good, man. It's gonna be a ball out between us. Is how I'm feeling. You got the National Conference. You got with our whole total. You got the Eagles always at the top. For some weird reason, man, we got the Vikings ahead of us. Then you got Dallas. You got New York. You got Tampa Bay, and then you got San Francisco. Which don't sleep on San Francisco, man. I'm gonna tell you that now. And Aaron Rodgers being Aaron Rodgers can't really sleep on Green Bay either. But I'm not. Green Bay look like they got a lot of little issues going on. Yeah, so man, we looking good. When I look over at that the AFC, man. I'm gonna be honest. When I look at AFC, man, the teams that I see honestly, oh yeah, literally, the only teams that I see any type of, it's gonna be between the Bills and the Chiefs, man, because they over there just kind of dominating, man, and ain't nobody really underneath them or can give a true competition for them, not in my opinion. So over on that end, we know what it's gonna be: the Bills and the Chiefs. One of them two are gonna be the ones that's up there, and on our side, you know what it's gonna be: the Cowboys, the Eagles. Maybe San Francisco can get up in there. Maybe Green Bay, maybe 10. So it's a lot of question marks in the air on our side. So these next few weeks gonna be, like I say, detrimental, Colossus. And this next game is gonna be detrimental, Colossus. So yo, man, let's get ready for it, baby. It's going down. Look, check it out. Going into this, man, we looking beautiful. So Dallas has not allowed a team over 19 points in the first 5 weeks of the season so far. This hasn't happened since the 1970s, y'all, man. 1972 to be exact. Defense is 3rd ranked in the NFL, tied 24th in the league. I'm guessing with passing, but we're 3rd ranked overall. I know our passing before the game, our pass defense before the game was ranked 26, but after that game, man, I'm guessing we got tied up with it. We need to get our pass defense rating down. But our defense before that game, we was ranked number 9. So it's nice to see the push and the movement. And as you see, we're averaging a good 4 sacks. Got us ranked second. We're gonna fluctuate. We're gonna pop that up to the first pretty soon anyway. So nobody's truly worried about it. Look, man, it's coming down, and it boils down to this right here. This game gonna be the know all, the tell all for us. This is gonna determine who's gonna run the NFC East right here. I mean, and not fully, I guess, but it's just a damn good look because you got to keep in mind everybody got to play everybody twice. But if we can go and get that first W, man, we'll be looking pretty good moving on in. So we'll have to turn around and beat Philly again, as well as beat New York again. And like I said, nobody's really worried about. Ain't nobody worried about them Commanders or whatever they call it, man. Nobody's really worried about them. They kind of really just in the mix. Uh, but we about to tear it up. I do know the Eagles last game won by one little touchdown. I feel like they've been borderline in some games, man. I feel like what my boys say, they got padded stats right now. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel like we can get them. My biggest thing would be more so is my boy Dak gonna be able to get home and be ready for that game like he needs to. And it's not looking so. I'm not looking so high on that. I think we're gonna have to go into this game with Cooper. And if that's the case, man, we're gonna have to think different. There's gonna have to be some different things going on. I am thinking and hoping that Tyron Smith may be back for this game. Like I said, we're gonna keep eyes out on it. Like I said, it's Monday, man, so it's real early to predict or tell you full injuries with the latest ones because this is Monday. A lot of these cats are actually seeing the docs and stuff right now, but by tomorrow, we gonna know kind of what's going on and have a better idea of what's going on. And then also you gotta look at practice. So let me see. What I'm about to do is I'm gonna actually go check out their page. Because also, man, I got stats that I'll be showing later on in this week from PFF. Let's see. It's real hard to get injury updates on a Monday. It's always be this way, y'all. And then Dallas don't like to tell you much. And then when they do talk to us, it's a lot of lying. You know how it go, baby. I can share this with y'all. Yeah, I'm not gonna get no true update on this. Watch. Oh, maybe I will. Yo. Yeah, so I'm not gonna get an updated list right now. I'm gonna tell you that now. By tomorrow, this will probably be updated, but I won't even get my info from their site because their site not gonna be updated until they have to update it, which is a certain amount of days before game. I'll be thinking like Thursday they have to have an update on this. But we got everybody because this is our last week, so I'm not gonna get anything. But I do know for the most part, a lot of this is changed up. I think Hooker's good. Ferguson's good. Noah Brown's good, for example. Quinn Bohanna is the one we got the shoulder that we'll know about this week. Jason Peters, we know that's probably he won't play. We'll see if something was a change. We know CD Lown's good. We know Donovan Wilson's back and good. Dalton Schultz, question mark. Dak, we know it's not good. Connor McGovern, I think is good. Because Connor came back out. Connor had an injury too, but Connor came back out. Jordan Lewis, good. Jaron Kirk. So yeah, we'll come back and look at it tomorrow and get a better look for it. What I do know is we're not looking all that bad on injuries outside the obvious stuff, y'all. More than anything, we got to get ready for week week 6 to come around, and we got to see if Tyron Smith can be back for us, and then making sure that this line can do something a little better because we're gonna have to run that rock, and we're gonna have to open up that pass game again. It's gonna be one of the crunch games. We ain't gonna be able to rely on our defense to keep bringing it, every down. That's why I wasn't happy with so much the game. So when we asked what you think could have been better, I feel like our offense could have helped out more. So when we start playing against these all put together teams, man, we cannot rely on that, man, at all. I'm gonna be back in action with some more info tomorrow. Like I said, be looking out for the full injury update with the extra rumors because there's not much else I can say about the game like this other than defense win championships, baby. And I keep telling y'all this. And Cooper did horrible. So that's the boy down just as of the day, baby. Tony and Zeke, I feel like they did okay. Nobody rushed for over 100 yards. I think Zeke had around 86, 87 yards. Pollard 80. So I mean, offense didn't really do what I expected from them, and they're gonna have to do better, especially not having Dak out there and not having a line playing the way they playing right now, or playing the way they need to play. But without further ado, man, it's Monday. Nobody likes to be around on Monday, so that's been my time, and I enjoy y'all coming through, giving me your time. Let me see these stats real quick. Okay, yeah, I was right. So Parsons is back in the lead, leading the team right now with the sacks. Um, Dorrance Armstrong is right underneath, right there with Demarcus Lawrence. Man, baby, they look good right there. Interceptions being led right now by Trayvon Diggs with two. Jerron Bland down there, my boy. Rookie undrafted right there, dude. One interception. Malik Hooker right along with us, man. One interception. Give my boy Kurt some time, man. He just got on back up in here. Mm, yeah, that's how we're looking right now, man. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be okay. Cooper completions, man. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure it out, guys. Cause the Eagles gonna eat our offense alive if we don't, and that's the only thing I am gonna be honest about for right now. But we're gonna get back in action. We're gonna figure it out. Oh Lord, have mercy. Mm. Noah's still doing this thing though, man. He out there still thugging. Michael Gallup really getting into the mix. It would be okay. I mean, if our line can sustain a little bit, it's gonna be tough because the Eagles got a pretty damn good defense right now, man. They're a full around team, so it's easier for them to expose. But my defense gonna handle up, baby. Yeah, yeah, yes they are. Yeah, because if we can't run the rock, we ain't got no time to throw the ball. That's gonna be a problem, and it's gonna put our defense in a worse predicament. And not only that, if the offense don't get their crap together, it's gonna destroy my defense stats. All right, you ain't gonna do nothing but put them out there more to be sustained to fail, man. Oof. Yeah, by the way, man, shout out for the game, like game ball wise, obviously defense got it, man. But that front four, everybody was detrimental. Everybody put in that work. Osa Digizui, uh, and Sam Williams, man. That's my another main shout out for me is Sam Williams. I enjoyed seeing him come through like that and show out. That boy came in and showed out. That gives updates. Yeah. Yeah, that's all gravy. So look, that's been my time, man. I'm gonna tell y'all like this. If let me see what's up with Yvonne. Yeah, I want to rally behind him, man. Like I said, that line just gonna have to get it together a little bit better, and then Cooper gonna have to get back into a confidence, comfortability. Something happened last game, you know. We're just gonna be real. Some it wasn't the same last game. We just didn't get that same. We was dealing with a kind of confident Cooper, like, and I feel like us as fans and the media, bro, that's pressure on these guys, man. It's the Dallas Cowboys, baby. And I feel like even he knew that this would be a good test for him, and I think he let it kind of get the best of him. Saw a lot of incomplete, inaccurate throws, man. And just like I said, not the best of decisions in my opinion. Some of them throws, I just kind of it was to nobody. But I got him. I'm a rally behind him. You're right. You're right. We got to rally. We got to rally behind and support, man. But yo, all I'm saying is my line got to figure it out. Got to get back to themselves because it's like when you playing a better defense, man. It really showed out, and that's what I told y'all, man. During that game, what I really wanted to do was kind of get a look at that line. I wanted to keep my eyes on that line and see how they was going to perform with a more heavier, a more dog mentality defense. And I wasn't necessarily pleased with how they performed. You know, I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy with it at all. And so when you're talking about dealing with our next game, yeah, that line gonna have to tighten up, man. I don't know what it is, but they're gonna have to tighten up. And we got to make sure we're not constantly getting swarmed by these injuries. Uh-oh. They got our top 10 standouts over there. Yeah, man. Let me show y'all real quick. So this is directly from the Dallas Cowboys site, by the way, man. They got our top 10 standouts. Started off with Malik Hooker, number 10. After a slow start to the season, the Cowboys are now up to the 7 takeaways. Yes, sir. Because I ain't gonna lie, our takeaways and stuff got a lot lower. They've been lower than what we were doing last year. Tied for the fourth highest total in the league, and Hooker's interception sealed Dallas' fourth straight victory. With Jalen Hurts back in the lineup alongside Donovan Wilson and Hooker, the safety position continues to be the strength of our defense. I agree. Oh, they gave it to my boy Michael Gallup, baby. Michael Gallup ranked number 9 for the game. Gallup continues to excel in his second game back from offseason knee surgery. In just 30 offensive snaps, he posted 4 receptions for 44 yards, including a contested 16-yard sideline catch. I do remember. Oh, my God. That was a beautiful sideline catch. My God. Did y'all see that? Did y'all get to actually, like, watch that sideline catch? I mean, like, one of those slide. I can't. I'm gonna have to find a little picture, a little shot of that, man. Because I seen a picture of it. Shout out to Law Nation. I think Law Nation got a captured picture of it, man. Still image, man. HD picture too. But it was beautiful. One of those that you would have been mad if they said it wasn't, but a challenge would have definitely won it. Number okay. So number 8, they gave it to Ezekiel Elliott, another physical, efficient running effort from Ezekiel on Sunday, carrying the ball 22 times for 78 yards. I was right. Only a 3.5 yards per carry average. That skidded by some late game runs just outside the Cowboys end zone to help run off the clock. Okay, so they saying that yards per carry went down towards the end of the game when we were trying to just let the clock, eat the clock. Uh, so man, and I don't care regardless. I think both backs had a great game, great shared carries and efficient running. It was efficient enough for me. And of course, they're gonna give it to my boy Tony Pollard right after him. Tony Pollard ranked number 7 for the game. Pollard continues to be the home threat for Cowboys offense. His 57-yard touchdown run regained the lead for good in the second half. It's the offensive's longest play from scrimmage this season and Pollard's third game of at least 40 yards, which all happen to be the 3 most explosive plays by Dallas so far. Okay, baby. Rank them now. Yeah, man, because they like to talk about that. They like to keep talking about that one-handed catch from our boy Odell Beckham. But yeah, man, that was a beautiful catch, and it was to me it was just clutch. It was so clutch, man. Boy, they gave number 6 to the whole offensive line. What? I'm not reading this. I am not. I am not even about to indulge this. No, they trying to be nice as all get out. Takes a collective effort to stop any defensive front that features Errol Donald. Okay, I guess so. They're trying to say because we were going against Errol Donald that they did good. I guess. All right, Cowboys. All right, baby. I love y'all, baby. All right. Number 5, Anthony Barr, baby. And I ain't gonna lie, man, that was one of the good little drafts. Anthony Barr coming, not great. I'm sorry. One of the good little free agent pickups, man. That right there was detrimental to our defense. He fits right on in, man. I'm not gonna lie. He gets beat sometime on the coverage thing, but as far as having another linebacker to be able to sit in your box more while you allow more stunts from our boy Parsons, man, he's playing that role pretty decent. Him and Vandy both been going off. Hey, and real quick, I'm sure Trayvon Diggs is gonna be on here, man. But that boy was tackling his butt off. That boy was tackling, dog, because people be saying he's scared to tackle. Brave been tackling. But Anthony Barr did really good on them screenplays, man. All the dial-up screenplays that they were throwing out there at us, he did beautiful stopping it, man. Immediately reading it and kind of getting to it. That's the main thing that stood out to me with him, man. So yeah, I did like how Anthony Barr played. All right, you know what it is, baby. Number 4, man, they got my boy up here, DeMarcus Lawrence. Another week, another game wherein Lawrence rolled over to competition. He sure did. Those who consistently underrate the all-pro rusher are choking down. Nah, for real. I think he has 3 sacks right now for the year. But regardless, what I did want to say is it's not so much about the sacks that I get happy. I mean, obviously, it's like, yeah, let's go. But for me, it's magical to see the pressure. The pressure that their front four is giving is magical. And a lot of these sacks, man, they should be 0.5 sacks for some of these players because they really team sacks, man. Like the last sack Parsons had, I was your boy Lawrence right there with him, man. And they just open the holes up for each other. And hence, our defense coordinator does a lot of stunts doing, utilizing this line. But we fast, baby. We got a fast defense. What happened? Okay. I was like, what happened? All right. Number 3, Osadigizua. I think I said his name fully right. My boy been going off, man, and he put on some meat this year too. I spoke about that during offseason. There was some concern that Cowboys would possibly be weakened a bit by the absence of Jaquinton Bohanna due to the shoulder injury. But Odigizua. Okay, so Odigizua would have none of it, and only 34 snaps of 52%, bro. Keep that in mind. He had 4 quarterback hits, 2 tackles for loss, one being a critical sack against Stanford, man. Yo. So, yeah, I think that's a good number 3. Number 2, man, Dorrance Armstrong. Somebody y'all been sleeping on. This is one of Jerry boys, too. This is one of Jerry babies, man. That's Jerry's son. So Jerry didn't personally kept him on his team, man, literally. Also, somebody that keep in mind that was here with the last coaching reign that didn't really get his shot, kind of was in that background, kind of in the shadow. So we kept putting him on the team, practice squad. Man, he didn't work his way up to be a dog, man. I'm glad. But we had some players. I remember Irvin, and we had some players we was dealing with, man. Gregory was one of them, damn it. So yeah, he been around like with them boys, man. And he finally coming into his own this year. And I think it was needed. Like, yeah, I didn't kind of like the Randy Gregory trade. It's kind of like, what? You know what I'm saying? We had something going, man. But I do love how he didn't picked up. And I do feel like he's way more of a consistent DN for you, to be opposite of Lawrence, man. So you got somebody consistent, man. And I like that. Number 1. Y'all like, come on, man. We really gotta waste time on this. Y'all know what it is, baby. For number 1, man, Michael Parsons, baby. And even with that groin injury is what they speaking on. Parsons fought through the injury and consistent attention from the Rams O-line to get back in the sack column by taking down Matthew Stafford twice. Despite battling an obvious groin injury, because it was very obvious, his second assault being a sack fumble that nailed the coffin shut. It sure did, bro. And it was beautiful, man. So, like, if you could watch the game, just watching him come back in, you seen him on the sidelines, you seen him dealing, you seen him in pain, you seen him on the bike. To watch that boy come back in, bro, play through it. And when they brought him in, I believe they were doing him kind of like a third down stunner. So he wouldn't come in only for third down. I guess he told his coach, I can't really run around everywhere, man, but I can come in and I could definitely rush. And that's what he came in and did. And I love how the story ends so beautiful, because the way he ended that game, he ended it that way, man. And that's the story for me, for a liking. I would love to see that in the next Cowboy little documentary, man. That was beautiful to me. That was a shutout type of energy, And you're right, Tyra, he's a fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's a fighter, man. He got competitiveness in him, in his heart. It's in his nature. That boy gonna compete. He likes to compete, and that's something you want your whole team to be. Oh, I was reading, man, real quick. I was reading, and they was saying basically that Michael Parsons is one of those guys that comes in and he, with that competitive energy, it feeds off to the rest of the defense. And everybody, and you can see it, everybody has that real competitive edge about them. Everybody want to eat. Look at DeMarcus Lawrence. Like I said, DeMarcus Lawrence has always had that energy, man. I was talking to a cat. So he's always had that energy, but it's something different. It's like Michael Parsons get that defense and everybody on it 20% more of a dog mentality to come in and do something. Everybody want to make plays, because if you ain't making plays, you're going to stand out on this defense. Keep that in mind. Everybody want to talk about, oh, we need just another dog on our where? What do you mean? I don't need another dog on my defense. We got them all lined up. Not only that, man, our backup, our bench, baby, our reserves are dogs. Our reserves are dogs, man. We got people that's going to come in and you're like, okay, man, let's see my boy. And then on top of it, you just know that everybody rested. Because when you got a backup group that can come in and still do good, and you can let people rest. We can afford for somebody to tweak something and need to deal with themselves, and not our defense don't all of a sudden make a 360 turn. You're like, who is this? That's not what's going on here, baby. Man, listen, y'all. The excitement is real, man. I can talk about my boys all day long, man. But I'm not going to do that to y'all. Instead, I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to take my butt in the kitchen, and I'm going to get to grubbing. I'm hungry. It's been a long day. It's Monday, y'all. But it's a great day. I'm thank you guys for stopping in. Pilar was on there. Pilar was ranked. That's the thing. See, that's the thing. So Pilar was on there, but they had my boy Pilar ranked 7. So they put Zeke on there, and then they put Pilar after Zeke, which I was like, okay, due diligence. That's cool because Zeke, my boy, but Pilar definitely had a better, game to me than Zeke. But people just got to see how they use him. And if you see how they using them, then Zeke had a good game too. Boy, let me see. Yeah, they had Tony Pollard at 7, man. So yeah, Tony Pollard was ranked 7. They had him at 7, and then they had Zeke at 8, which that's fine. We could do it like that. And then they came along and they did this O-line like this and put the O-line at 6. I'm just looking like, man, come on. This is a joke, man. Somebody that's working with the Dallas Cowboys be doing this, doing they site, they undercover Eagles fan. That's what that was about. I'm trying to take, because if you was gonna put the O-line on here, you could have put them at 10. You feel me? And they ain't really saying nothing other than they only allowed Aaron Donalds to get 2 sacks. Bro, what is you saying? How do you praise something with failure? I mean, the line got beat up. Yeah, we allowed only 2 sacks, I guess. But overall, the O-line has had a hell of a heavy day. They didn't have a great day. They picked up. They elevated enough to capitalize the win, and so they get my salute. But I'm not about to say they need to make the top 10 list for my guys that played in this game. And then you did them as a group. So, yeah, I'm with you on that, man. They could have did without them on the list. But as far as the list goes, I'm liking it. I'm cool with the list. You notice the last 5, man, it's defense, as it should be. Because our defense is what won this game. For sure. Man, listen, man, y'all get some rest, man. Y'all keep me on here, man. Like I said, I'll try to be back on here tomorrow around the same time. We'll say about 7:30. I think it's a decent time, man. It gives time, people time to get settled in their homes or whatnot. Some people get off of work. So that's good time for me. We done working in this household about after 5, 6 o'clock. So sometimes it's a little lot to try to get all your research in and your searching and then try to go live within that hour. And I try to not rush things. That way I can do a better job bringing news. Don't want to be sitting here looking at y'all while y'all looking at me, So look, man, I appreciate everybody for coming in, tuning in. Once again, good looks, Vine. Appreciate you, brother. We'll be talking next video a lot more about the Eagles game that's coming up. I really kind of wanted to focus a little bit more on a recap for this video, kind of letting y'all know and see what we looking like overall whole with the Dallas Cowboys, man, not just with the defense, because we kind of know what our defense got and what they're about. We know our defense is real, but what I'm telling y'all is this: if our offense doesn't execute a little better, our defense will get hurt in the long run, because this is not okay. Our defense shouldn't have had to play as rough as they did. Now, imagine this defense with Dak Prescott throwing on average 300-plus yards. On average, giving you 2 touchdowns. Imagine that. Imagine 12-5 again. Or better yet, a lot less games lost. Man, look, man, that's been my time, man. Like I said, shout out to those that's inspired me to keep moving, keep going. Law Nation, Chad Sports, man, Foots, Mark Holmes. But yeah, man. So look, hey, I forgot James, man. James as well. Big game James, baby. Yeah. So look, man, y'all hold it down, man. Have a good night. Try to get some rest in. Get ready for the next day. Like I said, I'll be tuned back in. There should be a lot more news by Wednesday, no matter what. But if not, if I get some better news tomorrow, I'm gonna be going live just to let y'all know what it is. Even if the live's only 10 minutes, it's really just to drop the news out. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Hey, like and subscribe, baby.